Hello and welcome. In this video I'm going to show you guys how to create, at least from a theoretical point of view, an infinite amount of chosen traits. So yeah, and I ended up using this bug yesterday in a normal game to create like 9 cultists at level 7, and I ended up with 10 cultists. In theory, we could have like done this for every single cultist chosen, but the game would have just like ended. And yeah, as you will see later, this can be kind of difficult to like recreate. Now, right now I'm on the PBE in a 1 versus 0 mode, so it's very easy for me right now to control all the factors and to show you guys how to create what I like to call a mini chosen. So how do we get here? See, the thing is, like, we were like researching regarding when people bought a chosen, it ended up like giving the fake trait twice. And when we researched this bug, like me and a few stream viewers, we stumbled upon this new bug, which is a pretty interesting one. So let me show you how it works. So first of all, as a setup, I'm going to need 5 Ezreals and 1 Ezreal chosen. So let's get this. Okay, so right now I just need the Ezreal chosen. Okay, and here he is. So first things first. So the way, before I'm going to upgrade this Ezreal, what you guys need to understand, so this right now is an Elderwood chosen Ezreal. And what's important to know is regarding how the game works is that the game has a priority system on when you upgrade a unit. For example, the board gets prioritized over the bench. But there's also a priority system within the bench, which is from left to right. So if the unit is more to the left, then it's going to get prioritized. Now, what we found is that the chosen, if every single Ezreal is on the bench, the chosen is not allowed to be on the very left. Like, he cannot be the highest priority. So if the chosen unit ends up becoming the base for the 3-star, then, well, the bug doesn't always work. It's, I don't know the exact percentage, but at least we can't say for certain that it will work. But there's a very easy solution to this, which is just to put him one to the right. Like, it doesn't really matter which Ezreal ends up being. It doesn't really matter which Ezreal ends up being on the board, like on the left. You can do it, for example, you can do it like this, you can do it like this. None of this should really make much of a difference. So now I'm going to upgrade to a 3-star Ezreal. Okay, so I have an Elderwood 3-star Ezreal. Now, normally in the game, if I would sell this unit, it would like cleanse everything, you know, it's like all the extra stuff, all the chosen tags, etc, etc. Now, for some reason, we don't really know why, that is up for Riot to figure out, I suppose. But for some reason, if I'm going to sell this Ezreal, out of these 9 Ezreals, a single one of them will have the Elderwood trait twice. So he will remain the chosen tag. So right now, I'm going to sell this Ezreal. Now I'm going to look for Ezreal. And every single Ezreal I buy, I can right click. And if I see like here, the Elderwood, if there's like a 2, then I know that I ended up getting the right one. So let's buy these 2 on. I already found him. As you can see, this was very easy to find. One of the reasons this is very easy right now is because I like bought all the legendaries and there's only 10 legendaries in the pool. So the chances of finding him are fairly high. I also have like pretty much an infinite amount of gold to look for him. In a normal game situation, you would have to battle against every single unit that is in the that is remaining in the pool. So it's going to be much more difficult to find this in a real game setting. So one more thing to, if you don't want him to lose the trait. So for example, if I want to upgrade this Ezreal, but I don't want to lose, I don't want him to lose this trait, now I'm going to have to prioritize him. So I call them the mini chosen. The mini chosen has to be on the very left, so he ends up getting prioritized. And if I do this, then he's not going to lose his tag. Now, one thing to consider as well, if I'm going to sell this Ezreal, he will not lose this trait. If he's 1-star, if he's 2-star, it doesn't really matter. If I sell him right now, he will not lose the double Elderwood trait. So if I sell this guy right now, and I keep looking for Ezreal, eventually I will be able to find him again. So now I'm in an interesting situation. I have 2 Ezreals, but if I upgrade him, see, here's the following thing that can happen. If I upgrade him, it's similar to what I just did with the 2-star. I need to make sure that the fake one ends up being on the very left. So I don't know if this guy is the mini chosen, I don't know if this guy is the mini chosen. And just to make sure that he always gets prioritized, I position my board that the most left on the bench is always free. So if I'm gonna buy it, and if it ended up being the mini chosen, then I would see that right now this Ezreal 2-star would have the number 2 at his Elderwood tag. So this was not him, so I'm gonna keep looking. Okay, there's a lot of Ezreal here. So I'm gonna have to set myself up again. The very left of the bench has to be free for the upgrade. And let's see, didn't find him. Nope. And here he is. Okay, so ended up finding him again. So as you can see, the Ezreal, even if I sell him, he will never ever lose this tag again. There's one more interesting interaction I wanted to show you, which is why the whole upgrade priority is important, which is what happens if this mini chosen ends up not having the highest priority. And the answer is he's going to lose his trade. So let's just sell a few more Ezreal so we have some in the pool. Okay, so here's one. So right now what I'm going to do is this Elderwood, this mini chosen, he is here or here. So that means he's not going to be the highest priority. So if I'm going to upgrade this Ezreal right now, then the Elderwood is gone. Now it's not really gone, it is hidden. So you have to think of this Ezreal as 3 separate pieces. And one of them has a chosen tag, but for the chosen tag to actually apply, he's going to have to become the base of the 2-star or the base of the 3-star, so he doesn't lose the tag. And yeah, that's pretty much how it works. That's how the bug works. So just to summarize it really quickly, if you have a 3-star chosen where the chosen is not the main priority, a bug happens if you sell that 3-star chosen. Now you're gonna have to find a single one out of the entire pool that has this tag. If you don't want him to lose the tag, you're always going to have to prioritize this mini chosen to make sure that the trade ends up not getting lost. Now here in the 1 versus 0 mode, in theory I could do this for all of the legendaries here, and on the very left my board would be full of chosen trades. So let's just do this. So as you can see, I have the mini chosen right now on the very left. I'm going to upgrade this Ezreal, I'm going to put him on the board, and as you can see, the trade does not get lost. But there is a difference between a so-called mini chosen and a true chosen. So what's the difference? So the mini chosen does not get any of the bonus traits. So no bonus AD, no bonus HP, none of that stuff. It also doesn't apply for like when chosens get counted twice. For example, for Keeper or for Cultist, that also does not apply for the mini chosen. So this is, unfortunately, you cannot create some kind of super Galio by filling up your board with a bunch of mini Cultist chosens. But the trait does get twice, and the trait also works, which we kind of proved in the Galio video. Okay, so here, same system. I just have to make sure that the chosen Zillion is not at the very left. This will create a chosen Zillion. Now if I sell the Zillion, there will be, out of the 10 Zillions that are currently in the pool, once I sell him, one of them will be a Mystic chosen. So let's sell him and let's try to find him. And I found him. As you can see right here, I made sure that the very left of the bench was free, and when I bought him, I immediately got him as a 2-star, and he did not lose the mini chosen tag. Let's put him in, and as you can see, the game does not bug out. Both of these chosen traits will apply, and yeah. Let's go for the next one. Here, for example, you can see how the board has priority over the bench. So I have only the mini chosen on the board. The rest is on the bench. If I'm going to upgrade this, he will not lose the tag, since the mini chosen will be prioritized over the bench. Okay, here we have, by the way, a little bit of a special case. So for example, if I would set myself up like this, And if I now sort of like create a 3-star chosen with the chosen coming from the shop, the bug would also not work. So you can see it right here. If I'm going to click this, this will end up, I don't exactly know why, but this can create a scenario where you're not going to end up with a mini chosen. So my suggestion would be to just do the setup like I explained previously, and not have the chosen sort of like be the last remaining 3, and you shouldn't run into any problems. Okay, so this ended up taking just a tiny bit, but now I'm in a situation where every single one of them has their chosen trait. And even though I don't right now, I'm not running any chosen, so I would be able to get a chosen in the shop. So yeah, as you can see, there is no limit to this. So this means, you know, given the correct circumstances, you could have an infinite amount of chosens. From a practical standpoint, you'd be pretty like lucky to even find a single one, because in a normal game, you're not gonna have the luxury of being able to buy out all the legendaries. So for example, if like in a Galio game, when somebody like sold a Twisted Fate 3-star, and assuming nobody has any Twisted Fates, I would have like a 1 in 29 chance to finding the correct Twisted Fate. Also, other people might buy him, other people might upgrade and not know whether or not, like the problem is if people end up upgrading it, and having like Twisted Fate on the board, you know, the chosen tag would get hidden, so you would have like no way of knowing if the mini chosen is still in the pool. And these kind of shenanigans end up being a little bit problematic. But overall, you can like try this over and over, maybe have some people help you, you know, like have some people in the game, go for the 3-star, sell it, and you know which unit you're looking out for. There's technically one more special case which I should probably mention. So what would happen if I create 2 mini chosens of the same trait? And the answer would be, so for example, let's say I would have, right now I have like an Elderwood Ezreal chosen, mini chosen. So could I create more? Well, the answer is yes. I could create as many as I wanted to. But it wouldn't really help because they're treated as the same unit. And as a consequence, this wouldn't really give you any benefits. It's also the same with a new chosen. So for example, if I have a mini chosen that is an Elderwood, like if I have a mini chosen Elderwood Ezreal, then, and I find an Elderwood chosen from the shop, it would also not add towards the trait. They are treated as the same in that regard. I ended up having in a game, in a 6 Fortune game, I had a mini chosen Jinx. I found a Jinx Sharpshooter chosen, I put her on the board, and yeah, as a consequence, I did not get an additional slot for the Sharpshooter. But it would work, for example, let's say Lee Sin, if you end up having like a mini chosen Lee Sin Duelist and a mini chosen Lee Sin for Divine. I could be running 2 2-stars, but if I would combine him into a 3-star, then I would lose the chosen traits. So that would not work. That unfortunately does not work. So you can't really get all of these chosen traits combined into one unit. Okay, that was it for me. If you like these types of videos, be sure to subscribe or leave a comment if you guys have any questions regarding this topic. And yeah, see you guys the next time. Bye.